All right, welcome back to the bench. We left off last time. We were working on the links, motor, all that good stuff. Well, we ran into a problem with the motor. So I'm waiting on parts for the motor. So today we will get everything put together except for the motor. We're going to try to get the shocks built today and maybe mount them on the axles. But right now, I'm going to quickly put this transmission and stuff in the chassis so that we can move on to other parts, since we can't do the motor. These little parts can be frustrating sometimes. Get the motor back in. Transmission. I don't know why I want to keep calling it a motor. Alright, got the motor transmission. Got the transmission back in. Now I'm going to put this in here. I don't know where that came from. Long links to the back, short links to the front. All right. We have the links, transmission, drive shafts, everything connected to the bottom of our little monster here. Now, axles. Before we get into steering mechanisms, the axles. Before we put these on, that's the rear, and this should be the front. Front comes with the steering parts, but they're plastic, so we're going to put the aluminum ones on, and then we're also going to put the heavy hubs and stuff. So today we're going to build up the axles, and wow, it came with aluminum. I forgot these are aluminum axles. Metal axles, which is good, which is real good. So I think I've already run into a problem of hooking up the links. The place to connect the links is a rather weird situation. Alright, so we're gonna get the wheel weights and all that good stuff that we bought, the extra parts for the brass. Got brass covers for the axles, brass hub extensions if you need them, brass hubs for the front, brass wheel weights, I mean it kind of look like brakes, and yeah, so for the rear all we really need is the wheel weights, and they fit on like this, like brakes. You put the wheel on and they fit right inside the wheels nicely, so that's cool. Now, and they send you the pins. Do they send you the pins? Yeah. They send you the pins and everything you need to do this. So okay, and they also give you the little wheel hubs that you will need to connect them. So we put and the wheel goes on, and then the little hub nut, and I think they even give you a wheel nut job you do, but I don't need that. Somewhere in all of this mess. Alright, so yeah, that makes them pretty heavy. Basically you got brass brakes, they give you everything you need to do this several different ways, but for our purposes the brake hubs and I think I have black wheel nuts that I can put on, and they all still have copper ends on them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alrighty then. So, this makes it pretty heavy, nice and hefty. Now for the front, we have knuckles also. So we can put those on in place of these. And they gave you new bearings too. Well, that's cool. If you don't have, this is still going to be the brake and wheel combo. So, let's see how this works. Definitely stiffens up the steering. Man, I mean, this is sloppy. This is tight with the bushings and the new bearings. Very good. That's all right. So the new hubs come with new screws, new bearings, and new bushings for where the screws go. Instead of the screw heads being the bushing, the actual little brass bushings that go in there. It's pretty cool. And it tightens up the steering significantly. So it's worth the upgrade just for that purpose. So new bearings. Get it on straight. New bearings. Bushings for the screw holes. And new screws. Definitely tightens up the steering. Nice. Tiny but nice. So this adds weight to it. Down low. And tightens up the steering. So that's pretty cool. Upside down and on the wrong side. You can't do that if you tried. Alright, so we're changing the front hubs. Took the old hubs off. Old bearings are out. New bearings, new hubs, and new screws with bushings. And to make sure you put them back on the right way. So the axles are pointing straight out. And your steering is to the front. All right, so now we got new bushings, new bearings, and some weight. It's not bad, not bad at all. All right, so that's the axles with the new brass parts, making them much heavier. Give us some weight down low, and with the advent of the brakes, we will have quite a bit of weight. Fake brakes. All right. I put the steering parts on. All right, so now we got the aluminum steering. Now we just need to get our Axial servo mount, and we got weight in the front, weight in the back. We got the axles ready to go. We got screws and nuts and bolts all over the baby. Axles. All right, so we can't do any mounting of the axles and stuff. We can do the wheels and tires. Now these came from Hobbypark. I've never used theirs before. I've used INJORA. I like them a lot. These are probably made by the same company. I don't know. But yeah, the hardest part is getting the back of this inside. They come with foams. They're pretty squishy. Getting this dang bead in between the ring and the wheel. They're kind of fake beadlocks. If you look at the beadlocks I got on here, they got a million screws. These are INJORA. I like them better, and I'll probably end up getting those. These I don't. We'll see. They don't seem too bad, but they're not the same as INJORA. INJORA makes really good wheels. I know. I'm an INJORA Harper fanboy, if you want to call it that. I do like their stuff. I haven't had any problems with any of it. Nothing has broken. Nothing has disappointed. So, yeah. These aren't easy to put together. Get the holes lined up. I think the reason I got these is they match the wheels that I put on the other pumpkin. The big pumpkin. This is the mini pumpkin. Or I should say, that's the pumpkin and this is the mini pumpkin. Get these holes lined up. get one of them lined up, we'll be good to go. There we go. Now, when you put these in, put them in. Don't put them all the way in. Once you get them all in, then stagger and go around every other one and tighten them down a little bit at a time so you don't pop the beads out. Because if you pop the beads out, you'll be mad. You'll have to start over. Alrighty. Just got 3 more to do. We'll be ready to go. I think the other thing I want to do is I want to take the back off with one of these, off these axles, and put some grease in them. Let's check this rear axle and see what's inside of them, and see if we need to put some grease in them. I know we do. They're not going to come with any grease. Yeah, we got new hubs to put on these anyway. Brass hubs. I mean covers. We got the brass covers that came with them. The set of brass for all the axles. So we'll put those back on. And we got new bearings for them too. Yeah, there's no grease inside. So we'll place some grease in there. I use udder butter. Not that you gotta use udder butter, you can use any kind of grease. This is just what I use. I'm just going to pack it in there a little bit. You don't want to put too much because you can overpack it and it'll bind. Okay, so we got weights, brass, and they come with new bearings also. Comes with new screws too, but okay, we'll put some grease in the front wheel axle, change the hub, and we'll be good to go. We will have accomplished the mission for the day. Alright, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.